Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Innal hamdalillah nahmaduhu wa nasta'inuhu wa nastaghfiruh wa na'udzu billahi min syururi anfusina may yahdihillahu fala mudhillalah wa may yudhlil fala hadiyalah. Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. So today I'm going to do some kind of storytelling about the Sirah of Rasulullah Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam. So Rasulullah Hijrah started when the vicious decision to kill Rasulullah had been taken. Then Jibril came down to earth with the revelation of Allah and informed him of the conspiracy of the Quraysh and Allah permission for him to leave Makkah. Then Jibril determined the moment and said, "Tonight, don't lie in your usual bed." Then Prophet Muhammad SAW went to Abu Bakr's residence in the hot sun to jointly agree on the stages of Hijrah. Aisyah radiallahu anhu said, while we were sitting in Abu Bakr's residence in a hot day, suddenly someone said to him, "This is Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam." Rasulullah came covering his face with a cloth at an unusual time. He came to us. And then Abu Bakr said, my father and mother as ransom for him. By Allah, he didn't come on this time like this unless it was something important. Uh, Aisha continued. Then Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam came and asked for the permission to enter Abu Bakr's residence. Abu Bakr allowed, and then Rasul entered. Then the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam said to Abu Bakr, "Take out those who are by your side." And then Abu Bakr replied, "They are none other than your family, O Rasulullah." He said again, "Indeed, I have been allowed to hijrah." Then Abu Bakr said, "You asked me to accompany you, O Rasulullah." Then Rasulullah replied, "Yes, indeed." And after the hijrah plan was agreed upon the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, he returned to his house and told Ali bin Abi Talib to switch beds with Rasulullah. Ali agrees, and when the night comes, Ali slept at Rasulullah's house. And at that same night, the plan from Abu Jahl and the Quraysh people is being done. So the Quraysh people is surrounding Rasulullah's place, and then Rasulullah came out of his house. Apparently, came out of his house using the back door, and from there he grabbed he grabbed some sand from the ground because of course he is in the desert, and then he threw the sand to the face of some of the Quraysh people, so that the Quraysh people cannot see Rasulullah escaping from his house. Well, then then the Quraysh people accidentally slept until daytime, and when daytime, the Quraysh people saw that Ali bin Abi Talib, who is sleeping in Rasulullah's bed, waking up. So they get ready to stab him, to stab Ali bin Abi Talib, who they thought was Rasulullah. And then, Ali bin Abi Talib opened the door, and then Abu Jahl was surprised because it wasn't Rasulullah. And Abu Jahl asked to Ali bin Abi Talib, "Where is Rasulullah?" Ali bin Abi Talib replied, "I don't know." And Abu Jahl slapped Ali bin Abi Talib in the face. Now, so back at the night time, Rasulullah is going to the Sur cave at the night time. So why they go to the Sur cave first, not going directly to Madinah, is to hide from the Quraysh people who want to uh who's searching for him. And uh so well Abu Jahal gathered the Quraysh people to find Rasulullah, and whoever finds Rasulullah will get 100 camels, which is a lot of camels. And when at the Sur cave, uh, Abu Bakr's daughter came to the cave to bring some food, some supplies, such as food and goat milk from the servants' herd of goats, which is also used to delete the tracks of Abu Bakr's daughter. And after days by days passed by, uh, Rasulullah and Abu Bakr came out of the Sur cave and continued going to Madinah, but they didn't go the usual way. They go using the more complex terrain, because if they're using the normal, popular, easier way, they will easily get caught by the Quraysh people, because that's where they are searching for Rasulullah. But apparently, there is one Quraysh people, which is Suraqah. Well, he found the tracks of Rasulullah. Then he tried to chase Rasulullah, but his horse refused to. He apparently so Suraqah keeps falling off his horse, and then he think that he thought, and then he kind of thinks that it was a sign from Allah, so that he goes to Islam, and Suraqah joined Islam after that event. And then, Rasulullah and Abu Bakr continued after, the Suraqah thing happened. Rasulullah and Abu Bakr continued their journey. But before they continued the journey to Madinah, they stayed at Kuba for some time to rest and preach. So at Kuba, so the people of Kuba can go to Islamic religion. So when the Kuba people is already Islam, Rasulullah decided to make a mosque that we now know as the Kuba Mosque. And after building the mosque, and after some time, they got to they go continue their journey to Madinah, and then they finally arrived at Madinah. When they arrived there, the people, or the Ansar people, greet him, greet Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, and every single one of the Ansar people wants Rasulullah to stay at his house, but Rasulullah uh, but Rasulullah chooses where to live, decides using his camel. So wherever his camel sits and rests, that is where Rasulullah will live. So then after his camel walk for a while, Rasulullah's camel finally sit and rest in a plain spot, and so at that place is where Rasulullah will build a house. And after his camel decides where Rasulullah lives, Rasulullah then decides to make a mosque right next to his house, because next to his mosque is also a blank spot. There's no houses, there's no house or resident living there. So Rasulullah decides to make a mosque there, buy the land and make a mosque there. Now this mosque is known as the Nabawi Mosque. So maybe that's all from me. Thank you so much for listening until the end. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.